and smell a group of men, because there are some idiots in the forest right now playing trance music.
Dark greetings, I am Lord Freakzilla, and this is Gothic Sagas. Here we explore deep into the shadows of reality, where the strange, the creepy, and the tragic collide. So hit that subscribe button, and together, let's venture into the darkness, where shadows dance and secrets lurk.
The following footage was recorded in May of 2012 by a man named Tommy Swader. On this day, Tommy was kayaking on Triplet Lake in Castleberry, Florida, spending a quiet afternoon fishing alongside his dog Buffy. For nearly 20 minutes, everything was calm. The lake was still, the shoreline unmoving. Buffy sat comfortably on his lap as they drifted along the embankment, unaware they were no longer alone. Then, without warning, Tommy heard movement beside the kayak. Before Tommy could react, an alligator exploded from the water. The animal lunged directly onto the kayak, its jaws snapping as it narrowly missed his legs. The impact rocked the small vessel violently and sent Buffy tumbling off his lap and straight into the water, directly beside the gator.
What the fuck? Fuck you, you fucking
Instinct took over. Tommy reached down blindly and managed to grab hold of Buffy's leash, pulling her from the water just as the alligator circled beneath the kayak. He dragged her back onto his lap, where she immediately curled into a tight ball, frozen in fear. With his heart racing and adrenaline surging, Tommy began paddling as fast as he could toward the shore, never taking his eyes off the water around him. Tommy later estimated the alligator to be nearly 8 feet long. He said it had swum beneath the kayak and wrapped around it, giving him a clear view of its tail as it passed. He believes the gator wasn't after him at all, but after Buffy. Miraculously, neither Tommy nor Buffy were seriously injured. He later said he wouldn't be returning to that particular spot anytime soon. But even after coming face to face with an alligator at close range, Tommy made one thing clear: he wouldn't stop kayaking, not even after this. In August of 2025, a YouTuber named Katie uploaded a video titled "Solo Camping Gone Wrong" to her channel, Katie Roams. Her content focuses on solo outdoor exploration, documenting camping and hiking trips across the various landscapes throughout Europe. In this video, Katie set out on a solo overnight camping trip somewhere in the United Kingdom, hoping for a quiet night alone in nature. After hiking deep in the woods, she came across a peaceful lake and decided to stop for a swim. The water was calm, the forest still, and for a moment, the trip felt exactly how she had imagined it. Once she finished at the lake, Katie continued hiking for another 10 minutes before finding what looked like the perfect place to camp for the night. She began setting up her tent and even decided to practice a bit of bushcraft, building herself a chair from falling logs and branches. Up to this point, everything had gone smoothly. The campsite was ideal, the weather cooperative, the forest quiet. But as Katie worked, something began to feel off. Strange sounds drifted through the trees.
I can hear and smell a group of men. I can smell their cigarettes and I can hear them as well. I would be quite concerned if they came any closer. So I'm just going to leave my camera on in case, because if they come up, I'll be on the phone with my mum or something. I'll call my mum and just, fingers crossed they don't come. Well, I'm out here alone. They might be harmless, but it's better safe than sorry. So if you ever are in a situation like this, call someone. It's the best thing you can do. Oh, and maybe have a knife on hand. No, I'm joking about that last bit. Or am I? They're still not gone. I'm trying to be quiet because I don't want them to know I'm here. I am quite camouflaged. But I have seen them. If I can see them, they can most likely see me. Oh, I'm scared. It's okay. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. I don't know if you can hear that, but the scary men are now playing music and smoking cigarettes. Okay, if you're playing music on a speaker, loud, in a forest, which is very peaceful, and chain smoking cigarettes, you're not good vibes. If you can hear that, I'm sorry, because it's also ruining my time.
Katie soon realized there was a group of men nearby. They were smoking, talking loudly, and playing music in what had otherwise been a peaceful forest. Being alone, she began to feel uneasy. Not necessarily because they had done anything directly to her, but because she hadn't planned on sharing her campsite with anyone at all. Still, she tried to remain optimistic and continued setting up camp, hoping the group would eventually move on.
Now that I've got my chair finished, I do believe it's time for some dinner. An update on the men. They are staying over there, probably about 50 meters away from me. They came over to say hello. They said they saw a light, which is this light. And they said hello, invited me for beers and for dinner. I said, no, thank you. Yeah, hopefully all is good. I'm sure everything will be fine. First of all, I don't drink, so, I just said, sorry, I don't drink, but, and I've had dinner already, which I haven't. I'm just making my dinner now. I don't really encounter people often. It's not a common occurrence. They're also still playing music, which is kind of annoying. Right, well, I'm in my bed now. Oh, I think I'm gonna head to bed. Definitely gonna need some earplugs because there are some idiots in the forest right now playing trance music at almost 10 o'clock.
As evening settled in, the group approached her campsite. They claimed they had seen her light and stopped by to say hello, inviting her to join them for food and drinks. Katie declined politely and returned to her campsite, but the music didn't stop. By 10 p.m., loud trance music echoed through the forest. The quiet solitude she had come for was completely gone. Even with earplugs in, sleep was impossible. As the hours passed and the noise continued, Katie began seriously questioning whether staying was worth the anxiety. Approaching midnight, she made a decision. She was leaving.
Well, it is currently around midnight right now. I've just packed up my bag and my tent because I don't know if you can hear that, but the music is really loud. I don't feel safe here, so I'm gonna head back to the car now. I'll see you there. Well, I am back at the car. It is around 12:30, pushing on 1 a.m. right now. I'm really disappointed that I had to leave, but safety-wise, I'm very glad that I made the decision to leave. I do try and post 3 times a week, and things do go wrong sometimes. And I am going to show you because it is the reality of being a solo traveller or just being a solo camper and things like that. Things do go wrong and there's no support system out there. So it is okay to leave if you don't feel safe, if the energy isn't right, just leave. It's not hard, just pack up and go. I walked straight past them. I did not acknowledge them. I was like head down and off I went. I didn't want anything to do with it, so I just left. Hopefully the next adventure is a bit more successful.
Katie quietly packed her tent and belongings, keeping her head down as she walked past the group and back towards her camper van. She chose not to engage, not to explain, just to leave. By the time she reached her vehicle, it was close to 1 a.m. Although the group was likely just there to party and may not have posed any real danger, Katie trusted her instincts. Cutting her trip short meant giving up the night that she had planned, but it also meant choosing safety over discomfort and peace of mind over restless, anxious night. Sometimes the smartest survival decision isn't staying, it's knowing when to leave.
In April of 2019, a YouTuber named Matt Field uploaded a video on his channel, Field Day, where he documented himself spending the night inside what he believed to be a haunted cave. Matt's channel is known for pushing the limits compared to most outdoor explorers. His trips often involve leaving society completely behind, surviving for days at a time only on whatever fish he can catch or animals he can hunt. But in this particular video, he decided to take it much further. He didn't even bring water with him, hoping instead to find drinkable water somewhere inside the cave. After nearly 4 hours of hiking, he finally located the entrance. He climbed down a man-made ladder and began working his way deeper underground. Matt started squeezing into different side tunnels to see if any of them led anywhere. At one point, he mentioned getting the unsettling feeling that something was watching him. Not long after that, he heard rocks falling near the entrance, followed by the sound of something walking around outside.
The second sound, I froze, man. I was like frozen, like I couldn't move. I was just waiting for something just to like whack me. It's just strange, very strange feeling in here. But when my mate said he's being watched, I'm feeling that feeling. I have 100% feeling uneasy in this cave right now. I swear to God, it was the ladder that I come into the cave on. It was swinging. Now, I think I'm just tripping balls, but I swear to God, it was the ladder swinging. And second thing is just that weird sound I heard again. It's just a very strange noise, but can't really put my finger on what it is.
Matt said he heard the sound of the ladder shifting, and he kept picking up strange noises echoing from the darkness. But around 11 p.m., when he sat down to eat his baked beans for dinner, that's when things began to take a darker turn.
We're nearly at midnight. One crazy thing is, it's a full moon tonight as well, so all of the weird things are in our favour. That is beautiful. Baked beans in a haunted cave. Oh my f***ing God. That was the sound. That is the sound. Did you hear that? Look at my arms. I got full goosebumps. It's the chains moving when I climb down the ladder. It's a big, heavy, thick chain. Wind can't move that.
Matt could hear the sound of the chains on the ladder rattling. When he filmed this, he explained there was zero wind that night, and the chain itself was extremely thick, far too heavy for a breeze to move. The fact that it was shaking meant only one thing: someone or something was down there with him.
I really hope you guys heard that chain move just then. I'm 100% certain it's the chain that I walked in. You can't move that chain with wind. It's way too heavy. There is no wind coming in here. There's no wind even for Holy shit. Oh my fucking God. You must have heard that just then. Look at my arms, dude. Oh, this is fucked.
After hearing the noises over and over, Matt decided he needed to leave. He headed for the entrance and managed to reach the ladder, but getting out wasn't going to be as simple as he had hoped.
And I'm booting on out of here. I just heard a sound. It's not normal. It's definitely not a normal sound, and I'm scared shitless. I'm not gonna lie. It's probably about 2 hours, so it would be around 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm getting out of here. Hear the bats? But they're really flying around here. They are active for some reason. And I just heard a sound that I've never heard before. I'm probably freaking out. I'm just being a but look, I'm at the ladder. So this is the ladder that was making the sounds. Now you're trying to tell me that this big ladder, something has to move this. And it has to move it because a rock fell and rolled all the way down here somewhere. So something was moving this chain 3 times in a row. I don't know. I don't want to go. I don't want to leave this cave. Okay, I'm gonna make a decision to stay in here for the whole entire night. The sounds and the chain wiggling doesn't make any sense to me at all, but at the same time, it's like...
Once the noises stopped, he decided to stay near the entrance for the rest of the night. But only a couple hours later, he claimed he began hearing hissing noises, sounds that resembled human voices. He searched the entire cave, but he couldn't find the source of any of it.
They're just standing there. What do you want? Leave me alone! I know you're there, I see you.
This is a YouTuber named Sam who uploaded a frightening video titled Stealth Van Camping Gone Wrong on his channel, The Northwest Wind.
For those unfamiliar with stealth camping, it basically means parking a van or a camper anywhere without paying for a campsite, from quiet neighborhoods to remote stretches of woods. Sam's channel is mostly centered around his travels, documenting his stealth camping trips all over the United States. In this particular video, Sam filmed a camping trip in the woods near Cleveland. After leaving his van parked at a nearby dog park, he hiked into the woods. Not long into the walk, he came across a tent that had been completely destroyed, but he kept moving deeper into the woods anyway. Once he found a spot he liked, he set up his own tent and began cooking dinner on a small camping stove. While filming, he noticed a couple of people walking near his campsite. He mentioned feeling like something about the situation wasn't right, like he mightn't be in danger. Even with that uneasy feeling, Sam decided to stay the night and continue recording. As soon as he settled into his tent and tried to get some sleep, things quickly escalated.
There's somebody, hang on. I don't know if they could see it or not through the tent. I don't think so. I'm leaning right up against the light, but somebody's walking around out there very close to the tent. Somebody's out there. I don't know if they're coming this way or just walking around out there. I can't tell. Somebody's definitely walking around out there, though. Hang on. I don't want to leave the light on in case they could see in here. Somebody's walking around out there. They're getting closer, too. They're getting closer. Hang on.
The footsteps outside the tent grew louder and closer. Sam couldn't tell if it was an animal or a person. With nothing else he could do, he called out to whoever was out there. At first, there was no response, but after yelling out several times, everything took a disturbing turn.
I don't like this at all. I'm spooked. Hello? I can barely hear them talking. They're whispering. I think there's two people. Hang on. They're walking around outside in circles. Hello? Hello? All right, I don't like this. Hello? Hello? They're touching my tent. Stop. They're right outside the tent. Hello? I'm in here. Hello? Hello? Right, I'm getting the f out of here. Hello? Hello? I don't know what the f this is, but we're getting out of here. Hang on. Okay, they're walking away now. What do you want? I have a knife. Where's my knife? Holy crap, get away. What do you want? Hello, I can't see you. All right, I'm getting out of here. We're getting the hell out of here. Hello? Say something, I see you.
After Sam mentioned he had a knife, the people outside backed off. But when he stepped out of his tent, he saw them standing motionless in the woods, staring at him.
I don't know which way they went. I think they went this way. I see you. Get away! All right, I'm spooked. I don't like this. Get my headlamp on and we're getting out of here right now. They're just standing there. They're just standing there. What do you want? Leave me alone! They went over that way. I can't see them now. I know you're there. I see you. They collapsed my tent on me and pulled the fly off while I was still in there.
Shaken, Sam grabbed what he could and tried to make his way back toward the park where he had left his van, but the situation continued to spiral.
I'm gonna call 911 if you come near me. All right, they're moving again. I don't know, I'm getting out of here. We're going. I'll come back for this some other time. All right, get the hell out of here. I'm leaving, don't follow me. All right, this is stay away from me. They're coming behind me. I don't know what they're doing. They're at my campsite. I see them. I see you reflecting off my tent. Leave my shit alone!
Afraid for his life, Sam abandoned his gear as the strangers began rummaging through his campsite. He started running back towards his van, but when he looked over his shoulder, he saw one of them chasing after him.
One of them's following me. One of them's... I just ate. I'm toast. Okay, oh, they're coming. Leave me alone! I hear them coming. I can't see the shadow. Here's a path. Okay, get me there. I'm recording all of this. Get away from me! Hang on, is this still recording? Is it still recording? Is it still recording? Right at the edge of the wood line. It's about 150 yards away. Hang on. You see that? I see you! I can see you! Oh, it's getting bigger. It's getting bigger. All right, let's get the out of here. I don't know if they're like after me or something, or what the happening. We're getting the here. It's getting bigger. They're coming this way. Oh, I don't like this. I'm calling the police. Okay. This is okay. All right, we're getting out of here.
After sprinting through the woods, Sam finally reached his van and managed to drive away safely. When he made it home, he posted an update explaining everything that happened. To this day, no one knows who the two men were or what they wanted. And when Sam returned the next morning, he discovered that none of his belongings had actually been taken. Whatever their intentions were, robbery clearly wasn't the goal. It's impossible to know what would have happened if Sam hadn't run, but it's clear he made the right choice by getting out of the woods when he did.
And that wraps up this episode. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe so we can keep bringing you more creepy, bizarre, and haunting tales. Check out the links below to dive deeper. And if you have your own creepy encounter, tell us in the comments. We might feature it in a future video. Until next time, sleep tight.